intelligence reports that new types of WMDs are being developed in an R&D facility in the suburbs. Their initial tests proved successful, and now Blackwood are planning to transport a large number of prototypes for more thorough field testing. We must destroy this complex.
What's going on, you guys? Dice here, and this is Mission Excursion, formerly... I do not remember what it used to be called. But we do ride a bus at the end. This is the FY-47 rifle. This was probably my most highly sought gun that I've wanted since I started Warface. And if you noticed before, there really are no scopes you can attach to this gun, and I am definitely not a fan of using iron sights. I hate iron sights. I prefer scopes or the reflex sight. I'm just having a hard time getting used to this. I am not used to using the iron sight. I always got to use the scope. But anyway, the reason I wanted this gun more than anything else when I started playing Warface is because if any of you had played the very first Crysis game, the main rifle the enemies used was the FY-47, and it's extremely... There you are. You can you were able to customize it with almost anything, which makes this gun the most disappointing rifle in the game, because in Crysis you can customize it with any scope, any attachments, different firepower, or not firepower, different fire modes. Checkpoint. But in this game, restoration and revival complete, you can only attach silencers to it.
Heavy gunner sighted.
And that really broke my heart when I got this gun and found out that you can't customize it. So I am pretty upset with it. So I have really not been playing with it because, like I said, I'm not a fan of iron sighting. And I'm just doing it to show you guys how this gun works. It is a hard-hitting rifle. It hits very hard, just like the FY-103, but you can't use the scope. Now, it makes me wonder why the devs decided to do that. This seems like it's directly pulled out of the Crysis game. The same name, same design, but you can't attach anything to it. And I want to know why the devs removed those functions or those features for Warface. Which also makes me wonder, why don't we have different fire modes for each weapon in this game? You know, that's what Crytek is known for. Any weapon you use, you can adjust the fire mode of each gun. You can do automatic mode, or you can do semi-burst mode. I think that's one of the features they need to add into this game. But if you want my personal opinion on this gun, it's not a bad gun. It's accurate, it's hard-hitting. The only reason it's not my preferred gun is, like I've said in previous videos, it's personal preference. I don't like using the iron sight. See, I'm struggling to get used to it. Now, I know a lot of people play games like Call of Rudy Tooty Fresh and Duty. I mean, Duty. And the iron sight is the norm. Oh. Well, I'm not a medic. I don't have to worry about dead bodies here and there. So in a sense, the FY-103 is Crysis FY-47 because it's highly customizable.
Ammo, health, and armor restored.
But the recoil is just insane. This is one of those rifles that cycles in and out of the shop. So if you don't have this gun, it's not in the shop now. Don't worry, it will be back in the shop later. I think I've seen it pop into the shop 2 or 3 times. So, you know, items are never going to be gone forever. Of course, there is another item that everyone's waiting for. Probably hiding behind those windows. Can't really see them. Yeah, everybody seems to be waiting for the katanas. Which seems to me is a tower raid exclusive weapon, because that was the only time it became available. Oh, what? I was behind cover. No, how did that get me? I was behind cover. Yeah, this game, the lag. Technically, the way these servers work, people always wonder, how are you still getting hit by bullets? Oh, I got him. People are wondering, how do you get hit by bullets when you are behind cover? Well, lag. That's what it is. Because these servers take time to process information. So what's really happening is, well, first of all, from your perspective, you're hiding behind cover. You're safe and sound. And then suddenly you get shot in the head. That's your perspective. What's happening in the server is the enemy shot at you while you were out in the open. The server just needs time to process that information, which could be anywhere from 1 to 5 seconds, and that hit doesn't register until, you know, 2 seconds later. So within that 2-second time frame, you're taking cover, but the bullet hit hadn't registered yet. That's how this game works, or that's how the servers process. So what they really need to do, they need to fix these servers. Because I live out in the West Coast, and these servers, I presume, are based either in the East Coast or somewhere in Europe, which means I am the farthest away from these servers, which means I have the greatest latency. It takes more time to process information from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast or Europe. So, you know, this is why people who live in the eastern part of the United States, or people who live in Europe, have faster response because they're closer to the server base. This is one of those reasons why I can't do PvP. I'm trying to glitch here because, you know, if you could time it just right, you can actually jump out of this window, but it's not always successful. Yeah, I don't think it's working here. Usually when you keep jumping and you have someone come up behind you and either hit you or push you, and there's a good chance that you'll be able to get out that back window. But yeah, that's the problem with the servers that these devs base their game off of. It's just the latency. The farther you live away from it, the greater disadvantage that you have to play by, which is why I do not do PvP. Somebody already take care of the spec ops here? In all honesty, I don't think I'm doing that bad with this gun.
Teammates revived.
Yeah, if they can just establish more servers, just expand it in different locations so that everyone has a, you know, equal advantage when it comes to online multiplayers, this game really could. Ooh, I got him. There's usually a few spec ops here. I guess my teammates are taking care of them. Yeah, if they could put servers in more locations, this game would just, in general, be a far better turnout. I think multiplayer would be a lot more fun. I just don't like the concept that, besides from hackers and latency problems, which I've already mentioned and I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but I can shoot a player and he'll have a 3-second window to shoot me back, and he can kill me first. That's just how multiplayers work. So if they can just, you know, get some more server locations, one closer to the west coast where I am, I could see myself kicking a lot of ass. But that just ain't happening right now. The game is still in beta. Maybe they'll get some more servers.
Ammo, health, and armor restored. Teammates revived.
I know you guys are still asking for PvP videos, and I will still try to get some if I can. See, this gun is accurate. I'm still getting headshots from a good range. I'm just not used to this sight. I will still try to get some PvP videos if I can. Like I said, I can't promise you they're gonna be stellar. I'm still not familiar with the maps, and I refuse to play on the maps because of just the turnouts. I think I've mentioned before about the KDR, the kill-death ratio. The way my KDR stands right now, it's at about 0.8 something. But that's because when I very first started this game, I was just getting man-slaughtered. I didn't know where I was going. I was doing team or free-for-all, where anyone can kill you. And as soon as I got better at this game, the only time I joined PvP were with pistols. And I would only play with pistols because I would play with contracts. You can actually sign into contracts, which I'm sure I've shown you once or twice, where maybe you gotta get 50 pistol kills in PvP matches. So that's technically me going up against players with big guns and me using only pistols. So my score is actually improved. So if I can just imagine myself using an actual gun, I can improve my KDR, but I'm more focused on PvE at the moment. And there is actually a funny story. I did play a PvP once for 50 kill contract, and I actually got 10 consecutive pistol kills against players using rifles and shotguns, and I have been accused of hacking. So you know what happened? Wall shots, speed hacks, jump hacks, they all started coming in because they thought I was cheating. And for me, that was just the funniest experience, which should bring back memories of playing Counter-Strike. But that is it for this mission. I want to thank you guys for watching. That was the FY-47, and I will be showcasing another weapon soon, so I'll see you guys later.